Hello and welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Money with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: tension heightened between Afghan government and the opposition after allegations of election fraud. Syria-Iraq ties cool over Baghdad bombing charges. Mexican Health Secretary warns of rise in H1N1 virus-infected victims with the onset of winter. Pakistan to repeal existing enactments on child labor. The results for the Afghan presidential election would claim the lives of 27 people all over the country are coming out very slowly and doubtfully. Many fear that this could lead to heightened tensions between the government and the opposition. Chief Kamuddin Behram from Kabul says the allegations of fraud and rigging could threaten to derail the entire process.
This is Akramdin Bahram from Kabul and Instablog.com. Campaigns for the presidential elections in Afghanistan kicked off 3 months ago with huge posters and banners of the candidates painted or stuck to the walls all around Afghanistan. After all fervor and pomp show, it took place on August 20 this year as per the schedule released by the Independent Election Commission. Afghans paid the price of defying potential threats with their lives and blood. Now the result of this much sacrifice demanding election is uncertain for many reasons. The case of over 500 serious charges of fraud, for instance, could derail the whole process. The supporters of Dr. Abdullah, the arch rival of incumbent president, have threatened to take to the streets with guns if the results don't turn out their way. In the meanwhile, UN and US have cautioned all candidates to accept the result wholeheartedly and asked their supporters not to commit violence on the streets.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has criticized Iraq for making accusations against Syria without providing any evidence of Damascus harboring former Iraqi Ba'ath Party cadres responsible for latest deadly attacks in Iraq, which claimed lives of 100 Iraqis. Sija Wad Abu Hurairah has more from neighboring Jordan.
This is Wad Abu Zariq reporting for the Instablog from Jordan. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad spoke about the deterioration of Syrian-Iraqi relationships. The relations between the two countries were affected by Iraqi accusations to Syria, entailing that Syria was covering up for those responsible for the last bombings in Iraq, which resulted in the death of around 100 Iraqis and the injury of around 1,000. Assad talked about the need to reach national reconciliation in Iraq in order to achieve stability and security, while confirming that stability in Iraq is in Syria's own interest. It was also reported that those who bombed themselves in the attacks were newly released from American custody. The bombers died, leaving a wide range of guesses behind the attacks, motives, and instigators.
Mexico's Health Secretary Jose Angel Cordova has warned that at least 1 million people could become infected by influenza H1N1 during winter season. Since late April, 21,264 cases have been confirmed in Mexico, of which 184 have died. TGF provides us an update on preparations to tackle the pandemic.
Mexico's Health Secretary Jose Angel Cordova warned on Friday that at least 1 million people could become infected by influenza A H1N1 during the winter season. Since late April, when the new swine flu virus was announced, 21,264 cases have been confirmed in Mexico, of which 184 have died. The official said that unlike in late April and early May, when the government ordered a national suspension of all classes, restaurants, theaters, and other activities, suspension of activities in the winter would be decided by the number of cases in each specific area. Cordova said Mexico has already secured 20 million vaccines with an international laboratory and is currently negotiating the purchase of at least another 10 million vaccines with China. The application of vaccines will target specific sectors that include healthcare workers, children aged 6 to 24 months, pregnant women, and people with morbid obesity, diabetes, HIV, and cancer. The Secretary said the government has estimated that about 23.9 million people would be included within those risk groups.
The Policy Planning Cell of Pakistan's Ministry of Labour and Manpower has drafted a new bill on employment and service conditions, which is supposed to repeal 11 existing enactments completely, which include Employment of Children Act 1991 and Children's Studying of Labour Act 1933. Teacher Karim Khan says that the law is potentially deleterious for child welfare.
This is CG Karim Khan on Instablog from Peshawar in Pakistan. The proposed bill on labor by the Labour and Manpower Ministry is potentially deleterious to the large number of children in labor are those who come from poor families in the backward areas of the country. The new ordinance of the bill, if approved, will encourage child labor and allow kids as young as 14 years of age to work in various industries, including those that employ high-risk labor. Human rights organizations have already decided to run a cautionary campaign against the bill, and it is expected that the national media will play its role in protecting Pakistani children from abuse in the name of labor. Best of all, though, the caring citizens of the country expect of the government to revise the bill and define it in line with basic human rights and child welfare.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablog be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablog.com. That's all for today's show. Please back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.